So, what have you learned, and what role do you believe children's literature plays in shaping young minds? Big
So,
question, I know. I'm
big,
sorry.
big question. Well, I'll give you personal experience. Seeing Kavir, Kavir's mom read to him, even when he was 3 months old, when he didn't, we had the attention span of a second. We would read a page and be like, I'm done with this book, next book, read a page, read a few words,
Right.
done with this one, next one. But we still kept at it. And now I see that, okay, now he has a much larger attention span where he could sit through this whole book,
Well,
really
yeah.
have and enjoy it until wanting to switch over to another story. So that's, I think one thing, the main thing is habit building, building the habit of reading consistently or on a continuous basis.
Yes.
Now Kavir is like nighttime. When we get into bed, he's like, book, 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 book. So he brings all the books, he brings everything that he wants. It's all laid out, and we start reading one after the other, one after the other.
Yeah.
But then reading science research, I've seen that there is also cognitive development. A role of a parent is to activate parts of the kid, right? They have all the tools,
Yes.
but it's just activating it. So reading to him activates certain parts of his brain, activates the language development part of his brain. He's able to absorb more language. He's able to grasp words. He repeats words after us. He doesn't even know what it means, but he'll just repeat it.
Repeat it, right? Yeah.
So he's like picking up things
Yeah.
like a sponge. He just picks up all these different concepts, these different ideas.
Yeah.
And we also try not to stick to one language. We play music to him in different languages.
Lovely.
That also activates a part of his brain that's able to be attuned to words that may not sound familiar, but still he can pick out those words and understand certain concepts faster than a normal person would.
Yeah.
So I think those are some of the benefits of reading.
Yeah. And so for you, like, I don't ever remember my mum reading to me. What about you with your parents?
I honestly don't remember if I even had books at that age.
Yeah.
I know financially, my parents weren't doing that great early on in my life.
Yeah.
Uh, I know, especially before I was born, they weren't really well off. And then when I was born, my dad finally got a stable job that he could
Yeah.
keep for the next 15 years. So that things started getting better then, but I don't remember being read too early on. The thing that I remember about books is being so excited when I was in fifth grade or sixth grade. In the summertime, getting the new books and like wrapping the paper on it, making it all pretty, getting ready for college, for school.
Old school. Hashtag old school.
That's what I remember, being excited about that and like wanting to learn like
Yeah.
what's next for me.
Yeah.
But not so much as a kid.
So much importance for literacy and vocabulary, language comprehension, and the importance of reading for young children. What about the illustration of your book? It's absolutely beautiful, and I've looked at so many children's books, and I'm always amazed by that, thinking, well, where would you even find an illustrator?
Yeah, so I'm not good at illustrating, and I realized that early on. I tried it, but I'm like, it's not my strong suits. I'd
Yeah.
rather just hire somebody to do it for me. So I went on Fiverr, and I
Okay.
found a couple people that I was interested in, and I did a test run with them. I said, hey, let's work on one page. So I narrowed it down to two or three different illustrators. I gave them the same page to work on. And I just once based on the output, I decided, okay, this is the person that I wanted to move forward with.
Yeah.
And what I did was when I was writing the actual rhymes that go on each page, part of that process, the next step was, okay, I have the rhyme, I have the full story laid out, all the rhymes laid out. Now let me go through each page and just envision, close my eyes and just clear out my mind and envision what I want that page to look like.
Look like, yeah.
What's happening on that page that moves the story along, that is in sync with the words that are on the page, but also is in sync with kind of telling a story. And so I write down maybe 3-4 lines for each page describing what I want on that page, and then I hand it off to my illustrator. And then she's so amazing that the
Yeah.
color and all of that was all them, the whole team.
Wow.
They gave the color to the book. They ensured that it's really stands out and
Yeah.
colorful.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Like it's very eye grabbing as well, right? I found it. I just loved like the pages. That's, I mean, I look at all of that, right? Taking all in. I love pictures.
Think it's super important. I mean, the words on the page are okay, but making it colorful, making it catchy, making it stand out. I think for a kid's book, I think it's very, very. Severe really likes this book because he sees himself in this book.
Yeah.
When I first started reading this book to him, I would tell him, like on this page, like, hey, I would ask him, who is this? He's like, yeah, this is me. Like, who is this? Like, yeah, that's you. You know, so he would like, it's his story. It's
Yeah,
about him.
it's
He's
lovely.
taken interest in it.
Yeah. So where can people purchase your book?
You can purchase it on my website, drvarungandhi.com/Uttarayan, and that goes you directly to the page that this is on.
Great.